Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thank you very much for joining me for today's video. So we are now firmly in autumn in Ireland and I decided to put on one of my most autumnal sweatshirts. This is the Hot Coffee hoodie from Waves and Wild and it's in this beautiful autumn leaf print fabric. It's a French terry that I got from Carlo Fabrics years and years ago. I love taking this out at this time of the year. But it really got me thinking about kind of transitional clothes. So I still have my summer wardrobe on the go. I haven't quite moved into my winter wardrobe. So we're at that kind of funny in-between stage where if you go out in a summer t-shirt, you're going to get miles too cold. But then if you put on your winter coat, you're going to be way too hot. So it's that funny kind of season in between season. And I've been thinking about patterns that I do have and patterns that I would like to have and I would like to make up. And I thought it'd be fun to share my ideas with you for kind of transitionally autumny kind of things that you can build on your wardrobe, maybe get some longevity out of your summer clothes before we transition into full on winter. So very, very long rambling intro to say these are my kind of my top autumn makes basically. So first up, it would not be autumn without a gilet. Can we all just agree on that? So it's the perfect layering garment. It has no sleeves, so you don't get too warm. It has nice big roomy pockets. It's nice and cozy. It's the perfect kind of body warmer. This is the Helen's Closet Wildwood jacket gilet that I made a number of years ago. I have actually made the full jacket since with sleeves and stuff. I love it, but initially I just wanted to make the gilet. So on my outer, I have this lovely navy corduroy. And then on the inside, I have this lovely kind of quilted, pre-quilted fabric. So it is 2 layers, but I think it works out rather well because it's all bound along the outside, which I just love. So you can, of course, use your own quilted fabric. You can quilt your own. Helen gives the most amazing instructions on how to do that. Or you can buy pre-made quilted fabric as well. And in that case, it's very, very straightforward. All you have to do is join them and bind the outside. So it makes for a fabulously speedy, satisfying project. But for here I wanted to do the 2 layers because I think it looks nice with the navy, and then of course you've got the warmth on the inside. I did snaps along the front, and of course with this pattern it comes with the most fabulous big roomy pockets. It's absolutely brilliant. I love this jacket. I put a little hanging loop on the back as well to hang it up, and a little label as well. But I think this is the perfect thing for autumn. You can do it in a variety of colours, a variety of fabrics. I think it's a really, really good workhorse for your autumn wardrobe. If gilets aren't really your thing, this is a kind of a coat that I made very, very early in my sewing journey and I love it. And it's very, very autumnal and I wear it to this day. I'll pop in a picture of me wearing it right here. And it is the Tessuti Patterns Berlin jacket. And it's made for boiled wool. And so I made this very, very early on and I just loved sewing with boiled wool. The instructions are great with how to do the seams, all the finishing and everything. I really, really enjoyed it. So this boiled wool, I think I got this in Fabrics Galore years and years and years ago, and I remember really, really enjoying making it. So it's quite tricky to show you here, but it's got slightly dropped shoulders. It's got a lovely turned up cuff, and then it's got big huge pockets here as well. But in this kind of chocolatey brown, it makes for a really, really lovely autumn coat because it's not too heavy, but it still gives a good amount of warmth. It's nice and long as well. I think it makes the perfect autumn cover up. So yeah, I haven't made anything from Tessuti in a long time, but I remember really, really enjoying this jacket. So next up is cardigans. If you've been around my channel for any length of time, you know I love a cardigan. I live in Ireland. It's generally kind of cold. We need some sort of layering piece. And I was wearing a fringe dress the other day. And this is my beautiful fringe dress that I made during the summer as a collaboration with my gorgeous friends Sam Sola Sparkle and Catherine Sova to Makery. It's a very, very summery garment. It's got short sleeves. It's in a floaty, floaty fabric. So what did I do? I put a lovely cardigan on top and I was very, very happy. This is the Marlo Cardigan by True Bias. I've made a number of these in all different colours. I absolutely love it. This is in a beautiful kind of rib I got in the Crafty Studio a number of years ago. I did the short version and I left off the buttons because my machine does not like buttonholes. I just left them off entirely and I think it works absolutely fine. You can make this in a longer length, which again would be fabulous for autumn. Word to the wise with this pattern, I think my measurements put me in a size 8 grading to a size 10, if not more. I make a size 4. It does come out quite oversized and it took me a while to learn that. My very, very first version was the longer version and I made my measurements as a size and it was miles too big. So just word to the wise, take a look at the finished garment measurements. But I think it's a fabulous cardigan and you can wear it over jeans and I think it looks really nice over dresses because of the cropped length as well. It's nice for kind of waisted dresses as well. So big shout out to the Marlo cardigan. I have been looking at another cardigan, however, and I've got my iPad right here, so I'll pull a picture and I'll pop a picture right here as well. And I've recently found the Kirsi cardigan, and it's by Forget Me Not Patterns. And I think this is a really, really pretty cardigan. So it does have a kind of a shawl collar, and it has a lovely kind of tulip hem, and then it has a waist tie as well. And I think this would just be perfect for autumn. So you want something a little bit heavier than, say, a cropped cardigan. And this is, again, a little bit elevated. It's a little bit smarter. They have it styled here with jeans, but it looks really, really nice with the dress as well. And it does come in a longer length. I think it's a really, really pretty cardigan, and something a little bit different to the Marlo as well. So yeah, I'm very, very keen to try this Kirsi cardigan. So as always, I'll pop all the links to all these down below. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is a bodysuit. I haven't worn a bodysuit since probably the late 90s, but I am keen to revisit now because you're in the autumn, it's a little bit cooler. You might be wearing a t-shirt or a jumper or a skirt, and you've got the whole tucking in situation because it gets a little bit chilly. You just want to feel warm and cozy. And I am very, very late to this party. I really am, but it's the Rowan bodysuit by Megan Nielsen. I really enjoy Megan Nielsen patterns. I think they're drafted really, really nicely, and I think the block suits me very, very well. So I'm very, very keen to give this a go. The Rowan bodysuit comes as a t-shirt, it comes as a v-neck, it comes as a crew neck, and it comes as a funnel neck as well. And then of course you can do short, medium and long sleeves, and it's got the bodysuit option as well. And I'm again very, very keen to give this one a go. I think it'd be lovely with skirts, and it'd be very nice to have wearing with, say, a pair of trousers, and you could just put a little top underneath and you'd feel super, super cozy. So I'm very, very keen to make this Rowan bodysuit. So I'm sure a load of you out there have made one already. If you have, please let me know for any advice, any fitting advice. I'd be very keen to hear about it. But I think that would really, really make your summer wardrobe again work into the autumn as well. You could wear it under a dress, all that good stuff. I think it'd be a really, really versatile pattern. So next up is a choker notch pattern, and you know how much I love choker notch patterns, my beloved fringe dress, and this is their Max T, and I've made two. So as I pull out both of them, the Max T is a kind of a sleeveless top like this, and I make the funnel neck version, and I think it's a really, really versatile top. So it takes very, very little fabric. I'd say less than a meter and you'd get this out. Beautiful funnel neck. For my versions I bound here. I think the instructions just call for you to turn it under, but I just bound it, and then it's just turned up at the hem as well. But I wear this over t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts. You can wear it over dresses. I think it's a really, really pretty pattern, and it's super, super quick. I also made one in this fabric, which is just autumn in a pattern, really, isn't it? Again, I did the little binding on the sleeves and on the inside as well. I had this tiny bit of sweatshirting left over from a hoodie that I made my older boy, and it's just perfect. I think this again is a perfect layering piece for autumn. I think it's really, really great. I wear this with jeans, I wear it with dresses. I think it's really, really versatile. It's a fabulous pattern, and what more could you want for less than a meter and a super duper speedy make? I think it's just fabulous. So that is the Max T. Where would we be in autumn without a flannel shirt? So I love these, and I have a number of ready to wear ones that I still wear, but a couple of years ago I was very keen to make one of my own. So I used the Archer shirt pattern, which is from Grainline, which is a fabulous, fabulous shirt pattern. And I made this one. I think I actually made this in a sewing class years and years and years ago with the lovely Zaria, the city seamstress, and I remember the two of us agonising over whether we should have an inverted box pleat or the other way around. I remember there was a very heated debate about that, but I love how this came out. So it does have all the typical shirt things. It has the stand, the collar stand, the under collar, outer collar placket. Then on the cuffs, it has lovely cuffs, a lovely tower placket, all that good stuff. I remember loving making this pattern. So I got this beautiful flannel fabric. I can't remember where I bought this. It was so long ago, but it's a beautiful flannel fabric. It is white on the inside, but you've got the beautiful burrito yoke here, so you won't particularly notice. It's a really, really pretty pattern. I have made this since in I think a cotton dobby as well, so much, much lighter fabric, but I think a flannel shirt for autumn I think is really, really nice, and it would sit beautifully under something like a little Max T if you got a bit more chilly. But as a kind of a real meaty project that you really want to get your teeth in, I can't recommend this Archer shirt highly enough. The instructions are just brilliant. And I made this a number of years ago, and I remember the instructions just being brilliant. So definitely a flannel shirt for autumn. Where could you be going wrong? Next up is a dress pattern, and I made this I think in the spring, but I remember saying at the time it's perfect for spring, it worked in summer, and it will definitely work in the autumn as well. And this is the Fabric Godmother Aspen dress. I made it in this beautiful green viscose linen, and it worked beautifully because during the spring and the autumn you can put a little t-shirt under it, maybe a bodysuit under it, and it works very, very well. And then of course during the summer, because it's got that linen content as well, it's nice and lightweight. So with the gathers as well, the linen works really, really well. It's not too bulky. I made the size based on my measurements and it worked out absolutely beautifully. So I think something like this, like a longer style dress during the autumn, will still work beautifully. Again, I made it in green, which is perfect, but again, that's perfect for autumn as well. And I think this will make a really, really nice dress during the autumn. So I've got a beautiful ring pull here and the nice funky zip as well, so you could really, really have fun with it. But during the autumn, something like this I think would be really, really nice. During the summer I wore it with sandals, and during the autumn now I will wear it with my lovely brown boots, and I think it's the perfect transitional dress as well. So next up is the sweatshirts. So recently on 2 of my Friday sews, I have a huge big list of all my elevated sweatshirts. So I link both of those Friday sews down below if you want to take a look. A whole manner of beautiful sweatshirts that would work perfect for autumn. But the one I wanted to give a little shout out to, which is the one that I am hoping to make very soon, is the Kajo sweatshirt, and it's by Named Patterns. It comes in a sweatshirt and it comes in a dress variation as well, so pop in some pictures. It's got a lovely kind of band at the front, and then at the back neckline a nice little band, and that is there. I think it's purely functional, a little bit aesthetic as well, because it stops the sleeves falling off, because of course it's got that beautiful bat wing shape. I think it looks very, very pretty. And then the dress is a kind of a more slim fitting skirt, and it's got a waist tie as well. And I think in the right fabric that would just look beautiful for autumn. I think it really, really would. A little bit elevated because it's got the bat wing, because it's got the slightly open back. It wouldn't be terribly hot, so you wouldn't overheat during the autumn. But I think again it's just the perfect sweatshirt. So that's another one that I am very, very keen to make very, very soon. So the next one I found purely by accident as I was just browsing the fold line, as you do. So I certainly have a number of kind of lighter summer sweatshirts and kind of autumnal ones which are a bit, they wouldn't be as warm as well. But I found this collar, which I think is really, really pretty. It's by Merchant & Mills, and it's a fur collar, but I think you could do it in a variety of fabrics. And to put that over a kind of a more summery sweater, I think would look really, really nice and definitely up the cozy levels. You could of course put it over a coat as well. It would look really, really nice, and it might bring your summer mix into a more kind of colder climate territory, which would be very, very nice. I think that's really, really pretty. I think it's very, very cute. So next up is dungarees. And I made these a number of years ago. They are the Waves and Wild Heyday dungarees. I have made a version of these now in a navy linen. I'll pop in a picture here, a number of summers ago, and I remember wearing them so much. I just love them. But I was always keen to make a more kind of autumnal, warmer version, and I made them in this beautiful corduroy, quite a thick wale corduroy, and I got this from Beyond the Pink Door. Beautiful corduroy, and this I just love wearing these in the autumn. So I didn't do a facing and I didn't turn the under. I bound the arms here because I think it looks pretty, and that's just what I do. And I did the buttons, brown buttons, and then I put the straps on the inside so they're not really visible. And then you've got the front pocket here. I've got a little label, and then I've got 2 pockets at the front, and then I've got 2 pockets at the back as well. I just love these. I really like them. They're lovely and warm, but of course you could just wear a little t-shirt under it and you wouldn't get too warm. You could put a cardigan over it, or if it's very, very chilly, what I do is I put a full-on cowl roll neck and then a jumper over the top as well, and it's super, super cozy. And I wear them with a little pair of trainers. So I think it's a very, very versatile pattern. I was very, very happy that I was able to make a summer version, and now I have my autumnal dungarees as well, and I think they're really, really cute and so comfortable. They're so nice. And of course wearing them during the autumn as well, I have them just at my shoes, so then the ends of your trousers don't get wet, which is marvellous. So yeah, big shout out to the Waves and Wild Heyday dungarees. I think it's a fabulous, fabulous pattern. Last but by no means least is a blazer, and I think these look super, super smart during the autumn. And I made this again a couple of years ago in a very, very precious fabric to me, because my grandmother bought this fabric about 50 years ago, and it came from various aunts and my mum, and eventually came to me, and it sat, I think, in our spare room for a number of years because I was terrified to do anything with it. And then one day I just decided to cut it out and make a blazer. Did I make a toile? No, of course I didn't. I just cut straight in, and thank goodness it worked. I made the heather blazer, and I love wearing this in autumn. So here is the beautiful heather blazer, and here's this lovely fabric. It was gorgeous to work with. I had about maybe at least 2 meters anyway, about 2.5 meters. I got the whole thing dry cleaned beforehand, and it's just been perfect. It's worn really, really well. I've had this now for about 4 years, I think. So that's the outside. The inside I lined in this beautiful emerald green Cooper fabric that I got from the Crafty Studio. So it's a lovely long line, kind of slouchy, not really that slouchy, but definitely relaxed blazer. But it does have some tailoring techniques as well. It's got this beautiful notched collar, and it's got lovely sleeves, a 2-piece sleeve, and then you can roll up the cuff as well. And then it is fully lined as well, and I think the lining looks really, really nice, and it's fully bagged out in the center seam. And I just love how the finishing is done down here. There's a full sew along for this as well, which is marvelous. I was surprised about how quickly this jacket came together. There's a little bit of prep work initially because you need various types of interfacing. So you need the woven interfacing, you need stretch interfacing, all that good stuff. But once it comes together, you basically make the jacket twice and then just put them together. It's fabulous. I love it. I think this looks really, really smart. I wear it with jeans, I wear it with boots, and I think it is just a lovely, lovely blazer and perfect for the autumn. I sometimes pop a little autumnal brooch on it, and I think it's really, really nice. I would highly recommend the heather blazer. I have seen people make these in a variety of fabrics, from sequins to more shimmery fabrics, and then in a linen for summer. So again, it's a very, very versatile pattern. So if you do make one for autumn, you'll probably end up making one for the next summer as well. So this is my heather blazer. So they were my ideas really for my autumnal, for my transition sewing. Let me know in the comment box below if you've made any of those, or if you have any more suggestions, and watch this space as I hopefully will make one of the Kajo sweatshirts and a Rowan bodysuit. So watch this space. So I hope you're all well. I hope you're all getting some time for some lovely, lovely sewing, and I will talk to you all again very soon in another video. Take care, everyone. Bye.